Have you ever been tricked into viewing an ad on Twitter without realizing it? Well, probably not, because you didn't realize it was an ad. So good thing I'm here, because over the past few months, I've uncovered a rise in sneaky, illegal ads that are slipping underneath the radar. In this video, I'll reveal 3 deceptive ad formats that not only violate FTC guidelines, but are designed to fool even the savviest users. You have no idea what is manipulating your feeds. First off, WTF is the FTC. The Federal Trade Commission is basically the government's watchdog. It keeps companies from pulling a fast one on us. They make sure businesses and influencers play fair and don't trick you into buying or engaging with something under false pretenses. And believe me, advertisers have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, often referred to as dark patterns. You know those sneaky moves like hidden ads, misleading sponsored content, and shady disclosures that are so buried you need a magnifying glass to spot them. Now, to avoid being deceptive, the FTC clarifies that someone must disclose ads when they have any financial, employment, personal, or family relationship with the brand, or if they get any perks such as free items, discounts, and payments. They must disclose. I want you to keep that in mind. And to help make up your mind to determine if these posts are illegal or not, here are the rules that you need to follow from the FTC's influencer guide. You can play bingo as we go. 1. Make sure people will see and understand the disclosure. 2. It should be placed so it's not hard to miss. 3. It's best if the disclosure is made audibly and visually, as some viewers may watch without sound and other viewers may not notice superimposed words. So those are what you're looking out for your bingo card. I just want to mention that the FTC states that you don't have to include hashtags with disclosures, such as hashtag ads or hashtag sponsors, so we won't be looking for those. Simply, we'll just be investigating to see if disclosures are clear, easily noticed, and understood that the post is an ad. Now let's start exposing. I'd crack my knuckles to emphasize us getting ready to start exposing, but unfortunately I'm just a computer without any human knuckles. Oh, I know, I'll just play an MP3. Sneaky ad number 1, the overlay. The first sneaky ad has taken clip farming Twitter by storm. And yes, I'm still calling it Twitter. If you've been on Twitter long enough, you've probably come across these viral clips, ranging from funny moments, shocking news, or just plain weird shit that catches your eye. But can you spot the sneaky ad on one of these clips? You probably missed it. It's this small watermark on the video. Now, the watermark may seem harmless, but this is obviously an ad. Now, do you see a disclosure that is hard to miss? That is made both audibly and visually? Is the disclosure hard to miss? It's not even there. So you can go ahead and mark bingo, your prize is 10 points. Now, this is such a deceptive tactic for 2 reasons. 1, it's an undisclosed ad, which is illegal. 2, these clips are usually using a popular figure to drive engagement. People might see this watermark and assume that the people in the clip endorse the branded watermark. 3, it's also a tactic that preys on the casual scroller. You know, someone who might not have the time to scrutinize every video they come across, like the chronically online computer that I am. They'll see the watermark, assume it's legit, engage with the content, unknowingly boosting the visibility of what essentially is a fraudulent ad. Regardless of brand size or reputation, the use of this tactic is ethically questionable at best. Brands should not be allowed to mislead consumers this way. This isn't a harmless prank. It's a calculated move designed to manipulate perceptions and drive traffic under false pretenses. Now, you might be thinking, how do we know this is an ad? Well, this watermark doesn't appear on the original videos, and let's face it, no one's just randomly dropping company watermarks on our videos for the fun of it. I mean, this guy even had a Stake affiliate link in his bio, connecting the dots that this is in fact some sort of sponsorship. Oh, and RainBet is starting to do this too, so it's just a matter of time before other companies begin to do this. Now, as we dive deeper into this, you'll see that this is just the tip of the iceberg. This fake watermark trick is just one of the many ways people are pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable on social media. And while it might seem like a small thing, it's part of a larger pattern of deception that's becoming all too common on platforms like Twitter. A little update here. As I've been working on this video, I've noticed some accounts have actually started to disclose that it's an ad, usually accompanied underneath a watermark. This is a step in the right direction. However, the disclaimer is usually too small to see at a glance, hidden in the corner by the timestamp, disappears quickly, or doesn't exist. These were all posted on the same day, and all varying differences of FTC violations. Hopefully soon they'll change to satisfy our bingo card, aka the law, but only time will tell. Sneaky ad number 2, the reply. Now, moving on to the second type of sneaky ad is what I like to call the reply ad. It's usually a post of an attractive person with a caption that's designed to capture your attention, if the person in the post didn't do that already. Some of them are a bit more engagement baity than others. The caption usually reads something like, "No way, a cop got caught getting head of the border?" And while that is questionable content, it's in the replies where the ad goes down. So the initial post reels you in, and then in the comments, there's either the same account, a linked account, or the girl in the picture will drop a reply saying,
Check out my OnlyFans for the full video.
Suddenly, what seemed like a casual post turned into a full-blown advertisement for an OnlyFans account, and of course, it's often done without any disclosure that it's an ad. This is the only one that I found so far with the hashtag ad, so you can assume the rest of these are ads as well. Now, this is very sneaky, very smart. It leverages the Twitter algorithm to boost the visibility of the initial post. How the algorithm works, the more engagement it gets, the more it's likely to be seen by a larger audience. This means after you maybe like it and then scroll down to see the promotional reply, people are helping make this post seem more legitimate than it actually is, or at least interesting enough to check out. And by the way, the post usually says something like, "Don't check the comments," or "Check hidden for the video," or "Check replies for the video," baiting you to go into the replies. These ads are not just unethical, illegal, and breaking platform policies, they're breaking the trust of their followers. The people who realize it's an ad may just lose interest in the account. No one likes an undisclosed ad, and like all these accounts we'll be talking about today, when promotions like these are hidden, it becomes harder for users to make informed decisions about what they're engaging with. I'm not engaging with this if I know it's an ad, and that's why they do it. They want to look as organic as possible to bait people into engaging. And for the brands or individuals behind these promotions, it's a slippery slope. What starts as a clever marketing tactic can quickly erode trust and damage your reputations. These reply posts that are disguised as regular posts are just another example of how deceptive advertising on the internet is becoming increasingly more sophisticated. And here's where it gets crazy. Not only are the users guilty of undisclosed ads, but the platform itself may be promoting something similar. Sneaky ad number 3, the not ad ad. This brings us to what I like to call the not ad. They're posts that at first glance seem like regular tweets. However, if you dig a little deeper, you'll find out that these posts are actually ads. And the only way to tell is by clicking on the 3 dots, the ones you see on the top of every tweet. When you do, you'll see an option that says something like, "Not interested in this ad." Advertisers or Twitter themselves are promoting something that is intentionally designed to blend in with organic content on Twitter. These posts don't include any of the usual indicators of an ad, like a little ad text on the top right corner or a sponsored label. Nothing that would immediately tip you off that it's an ad. The fact that they look, feel, and read like any other post on your timeline is messed up and illegal. The only way you would know that if it's an ad is if you accidentally click those 3 little dots, and that's what they're banking on. Most users will never check if it's an ad or not, which allows these companies and Twitter to slip their promotional content under the radar. Advertising works best when it's clear and transparent. When somebody knows they're being marketed to, they can make informed decisions about whether to engage with content or not. When that line is crossed and when ads are disguised as regular posts, it just takes away the ability to choose. You're not just a passive consumer anymore, you're being actively misled. This kind of deceptive advertising undermines the trust that social media platforms like Twitter rely on. The feeling of being duped is not a feeling that goes away easily. If I could say anything to the brands, platforms, and influencers out there, it's that these tactics might be effective in the short term, but you're playing a dangerous game with long-term trust, which is how you build an everlasting brand. I also believe that platforms like Twitter should make a simple checkbox that allows people to mark the tweet as paid or not. Then you can put a little disclaimer when you click more about the ad or whatever. Now, the only way to curb these actions is to report them to Twitter, and if you're ever so bold, directly to the FTC. I don't condone snitching, but sometimes you gotta snitch to make the world a better place.